Aries, welcome to your Astroflower reading. This is going to be a reading going from May the 8th through to May the 14th. Welcome to the Astroflower. I hope you have a lovely reading. Yeah, so it seems like a good week actually for the majority of signs. I think it's going to be good for you as well. Looking at your monthly reading, which we've got on our channel, along with the collective reading, there is things going on in March between the 14th and the 21st, the following week after this reading. And it's going to be interesting to see how it affects people and stuff like that. You can find all those readings on our channel. In the meantime, let's get straight into yours with the overall energy. Six of Pentacles. I think you got a lot of that actually in your monthly reading, to be honest. Fair exchange. That fair exchange starts with you. It's understanding, and I think it's a clarification. It's almost like justice for you, and it's like a judgment as well. It's a higher calling where you realize what you'd like to invest in and what you wouldn't like to invest in. You know, what you appreciate and what you don't appreciate. We've gone through your birthday season. We're out the other side. We're coming through Taurus season. You're doing things now, actively doing things, and maybe you're getting the first sort of like flow back as well from what you're doing, and having that sort of like fair exchange with yourself to realize how better to do things as well. That's what it could be as well. So there's a lot of that sort of like quality and clarification within that overall energy there. Okay, within your relationship side, just be careful at the moment not to emphasize your shortfallings, basically. And once you do that, you'll realize it's like a real blessing for you. Yes, you may be observing what, the conversations that are around you rather than being in the conversations. Doesn't mean you're going to be shut out from the cold. But I think here is, because it's a karmic message here, I think it's a case of actually being attentive of what's going on in the relationships around you without actually being involved in a way. Because if you do get involved, you might just sort of like just get a bit too carried away with yourself and end up sort of like exposing everybody's got weak sides. Everybody's got weak sides. Everyone's got their pain in the backside side. Everybody's got it, and you don't want to get it. You don't want to get into that sort of thing at the moment. I think that fair exchange is all about. I think when you look at the Six of Pentacles on that side there, that's judgment and sort of situation, and there's what you're investing in, good things. You think, and I think this is a case as on your relationship side. It's just sort of like take it easy with yourself. Just observe a lot of what is going on around you. Everybody's got the Ten of Swords in cardinal signs. The cardinal sign they seem to have been getting over something at the moment, and I think the universe is trying to sort of tell you that there's sort of, if you expose your weaknesses, it's going to cause you painful emotional results. That's what the universe is sort of saying to you. So I wouldn't, there's a progression here from the Five of Pentacles to the Six of Pentacles. I think your karmic message is to learn how to have that fair exchange with yourself, first of all, and then with everybody that is around you by applying it in your life. And I think you've done amazing work over the last year. Looking at your readings over the last year, you've gone through several shades or several aspects of your life that have been quite different in many ways. And sometimes being the pillar of the society that is around you, your family, your friends, your community, and that sort of thing, and also your partnerships, but then also being that happy-go-lucky, joyous aspect that you have within you, that very friendly and very party sensitive sort of aspect you do have within you, Aries, when you want to be, and through this self-knowledge of the past, it will realize and help you to avoid those situations of bringing things to the surface that don't need to be there, basically, and help you to understand that fair exchange and eliminate any sort of like painful situations in the future. Basically, that's what the game is this week within your relationships, eliminating any painful situations in the future. So we got the Queen of Pentacles, and now we got the Queen of Swords here. Your guides are really helping you out. I would listen to the coincidences that are around you. This is the Queen of Pentacles. Through the knowledge that you get security, because she's sat at the base of the Queen of the Tree of Knowledge. So she has this understanding about long-term sort of investment, long-term goals, sticking to a plan and stuff like that, which you're very good at as well, Aries. And but having that clear vision as well going forward comes from listening and having control over your emotions. That's why the Queen has got that position of being the Queen of Swords. She has the control over emotions, which allows her mental side to be free and active in life. So she can quell those swords there, that painful sort of situation going forward. And the result it gets for you, the moon, unknown. I think it's going to, as you listen and go for that fair exchange, I think there's going to be things that are going to come to the surface that you didn't see in other people or you didn't see in yourself. There's something that you don't see. We'll be clarifying with the White Witch Tarot as well. But there's something that's coming to the surface, and I don't think it's this week. I think it's a realization in the next 2 or 3 weeks as well, more than anything else, about your actions in this week of how to quell that sort of side there. And there's things that are sort of, you're going to get inklings already of things that you don't quite know what's under the surface of it all, but you know there's something coming to the surface. And that's because you've got a clear direction of where you're going. And I would just head off in that direction, in connecting with other people, being sure with them, connecting in ways that are very positive or constructive, or, mentally stimulating, not engaging, but stimulating. And I think that's what's going to, as you listen a lot, I think you're going to get a lot out of this situation. Queen of Cups. We've got 3 queens out on the board now, which is amazing. Queen of Cups is resonating that pure passion and your heart's desires in your material world. It's possibly that you're concentrating more on your material side than on your relationship side. But it's your role this week, or your karmic message, or your karmic learning through that fair exchange. You can resonate the good passion you have for your job, for your business or your project. And it's going to help other people to get passionate about it as well. And if they do, you're going to help yourself in the long run. 6 of Cups. The universe here is sort of saying, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater here. I think there's lots of ways of doing things, and it's going to provoke in you I think this ties into really what you've decided. This is what's coming now. It's what you've decided to do in the past will bring you that pleasure in the future if you stick to it. And I think that's what it is. And that's what that fair exchange with you is giving you a fair crack at the whip of what you said you were going to do in your autumn period. So we're talking January, February and March. You were saying things to yourself. I should do this. I should do that. Do it. Do it now. You get the Empress. It's all female energy. With the moon as well, female energy. It's very sensitive energy at the moment for you. And I think this is leading into that thing that's happening on the 14th to the 21st of May as well. I think you're gonna be very sensitive to what's going on there. But the Empress here she has learnt a lot about herself. And through that conquering of her empire, through her emotions and a mental side and her energetic side, gives her a clear creation of a new way of doing things. And this is what your past is trying to bring into your existence within your job and your business. And this comes back to the idea of sort of saying, what you said you were going to do, let's go ahead and do it and give birth to this puppy, as they say, or just give birth to it. You know, be that new you coming through. Seven of Wands. I'll be honest with you, I didn't see that coming. Seven of Wands. I don't think you need to defend your position. I think if you are very clear and give birth to the situation, you don't have to. And I think it's staying true to yourself as well. It is your success. If you take that passion, which is the rod that the Seven of Wands is carrying, that person is carrying their passion. And that's what's driving them on. But it's also their best defense. It's almost like the best defense is offense, as they say. It's like if you're playing sport, if you're attacking and trying to score goals, which is great and having success, you don't have to defend yourself. And this is, I think, here is a similar sort of thing here. That fair exchange, you do not have to defend in a way. You may feel like you have to justify why you're giving your time and energy to one aspect of a business or a project, but I think you just kind of sort of saying, because I'm passionate about this in my job or in my business, I think it's better if I apply myself to this. Therefore, I don't have to, I don't have to defend myself on other things. That's the sort of thing I'm getting off it here, and that feeling that you have within you that you need to defend it. Just be a little bit wary of it. It could take you into places that you don't really need to be. So now we've got the Seven of Wands with the Seven of Pentacles, which Seven of Cups, which is really good. We've got the Six of Pentacles and the Six of Cups as well. Obviously, we've got loads of queens on the table and empresses, but the Seven of Wands, Seven of Cups, what comes out of this is what is evident that you should be doing, the evident path that you should be going on. That's what's coming out of this realization of giving birth to a new way of doing things, and doing what you said. Giving birth to it is going to set off that evident path as you go forward. And it's basically, it could well be a slight reassessment of what you said you were going to do. So yeah, the water needs to be thrown out, but not the baby. Okay, and that's what the Empress is doing. She's giving birth. And, this is what the Six of Cups is about. She's giving birth. Throw out the water, break your waters, and give birth, basically. Keep the baby. That sort of thing. Let's see what's clarifying here. So with the Six of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles, it's all about the long-term plan here. And then keeping to your word, keeping to the long-term plan, planting those seeds as you go. The Three of Pentacles that you're giving to one person, or the Two of Pentacles of what we're giving to one person, you're keeping three for yourself, and one pentacle on the other side. But those two pentacles, what you're doing is you're planting, and you're going to get back tenfold. You'll get back 20 pentacles in it in the future. But it's a long-term plan. That's what you should be working on. Whew. I didn't see that coming either, really. I wasn't really sort of paying attention to what was coming, but try and keep myself open as much as possible. The Five of Pentacles is clarified by the Tower. Now, maybe it's a case that the things that have happened in the past, or learning about your fire side, which can be a little bit destructive, and that could be your weak point that you shouldn't really get involved with this week. Be very wary of it, of allowing that sort of, because when you get a bee in your bonnet, Aries, you really do get a bee in your bonnet. I know because my close quarter family, there's 2 Aries in there, and they're both born on the same day. And so I got intense Aries. I grew up with it. You can be incredibly passionate in a very hectic way about things, and it's one of your weaknesses, and it brings you down. So don't do it, right? Okay, don't give rise to it. Emperor. So we've got the Emperor, and now we had the Empress. Now we've got the Emperor. Knowing your physical, conquering your physical and emotional and energetic, or conquering your emotion, your physical, your mental and your energetic side of your persona. That is what the universe is encouraging you to do. Once you do that, you're going to avoid any painful situations in the future. With the Queen of Pentacles, we get the 7 of Pentacles. We've got another 7 up here. We've got 3 7s on the board now. Revelation number 7, it's realization. And then you can realize you can nurture such a better environment if you listen. And just take time out this week to listen, just to see where everybody's sitting. No decisions to be made, as it were. The Star with the Queen of Swords. This should be the ultimate direction that you wish to be taking. Your dreams and aspirations. You may not know exactly how you're going to get there, and it's going to, obviously bring some things to the surface that you didn't know were happening. But at the same time, with that direction there, that direction should be your ultimate dreams and aspirations with everybody that is around you. We've got 6 of Pentacles again, fair exchange. I think you're learning about the hidden sides of the fair exchange and the responsibilities that we undertake when we position ourselves like that, where we choose to give more to one side than the other, but not forgetting to keep the pentacles, enough pentacles for us. That's what you seem to be learning. With the Queen of Cups, you get the 8 of Wands. Very passionate things, very clear messages that you know are within you, that you're resonating as well. Communication with other people that is around you, concentrating on that material side of life and really resonating the messages, the fundamental messages of where you said you were going to be doing, talking to yourself in a way, saying to yourself, look, we decided we're going to do this, so let's go ahead and do it. With the 6 of Cups, you get the 10 of Cups. Happiness after difficulty. So that difficulty is that bath water or the water. Happiness is that baby. So I think, it's all very well having the past, but sometimes the path can be a little bit complicated. And that's almost what the 7 of Wands is about. Getting towards that happiness is letting go of having to defend your position. Knowing your position is better. Page of Swords is bright ideas, light bulb moments almost coming to you from the past. We said we were going to do this, let's give birth to it and let's actually do it. It's converting those ideas into physical understanding, knowledge and learning, but it is also writing it down and actually putting it, those ideas into practice, as it were. With the 7 of Wands, you get the Sun. Let the Sun be your evident path. That's what it's leading through onto the 7 of Cups. We've now got the Moon, we've got the Star, and we've got the Sun. We're only missing the Earth, the world, and we'll be done. That happiness and your passion for your life should be your guiding star. And it should be the thing that sort of like shines the light on your path, shines the light on your future to get you going down towards your evident path, which is the 8 of Pentacles. You're going to be a winner out of this. You're really going to be a winner out of this if you really embrace this fair exchange with yourself, and this fair sort of like crack at the whip, as I say, for your material side of life. of doing what you said you were going to be doing, basically. And I think you got to, you got to be clear with yourself here and stick to it. And that could well explain that sort of 7 of Wands there as well. There you go, Aries. Don't forget, we will be doing those live readings over at Veritas Tarot, which you'll find the link in the description below. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for sharing this reading across Facebook. Just tell them, say, look, I'm an Aries. This is what it's like, and this is what's happening in my life at the moment. It will help other people to help them understand you as well. It makes for life a lot more simpler. So just share it on Facebook, see how it goes. It'll be fun. Thank you very much for the support you have for this channel. By also looking at the sort of like the monthly readings as well, and the lunar eclipse reading and the solar eclipse readings and all of those malarkeys. I guess there's all of me left to say is don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.